everybody, how's it going? So it's October 16th, a Tuesday, and I am coming to you with a little card share. I decided that I would like to do a series where I look through magazines and use them for inspiration, and so I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but it is inspired by, so maybe that's what I'll call it. So for this card that I'm showing you, I am inspired by this Creative Stamping magazine. I used to buy magazines all the time, but now they are super expensive for the most part. There are less of them, and you cannot use coupons on them, so I just get them once in a while. This particular magazine came with a stamping set. I think I have it right here. Yep, here it is. I did not use this stamping set for this card that I'm using, but it's fantastic. I really love it, so I'm going to probably use some of these in future videos. But what I did do is use it as inspiration for a Christmas card. I want to make some Christmas cards this year. I'm not going to make tons for everybody I know, but I'd like to give a few. So anyhow, let me show you what the card is that I used for inspiration. Let's see. This one. Okay. So here's the card I used for inspiration. This card was made by Sue Hughes. This is the issue from May. I want to say May. Okay, and this is a UK magazine. So, but it's a great magazine, and it was $17, $16.99. So, but it came with a stamp, so it was nice. Okay, so the card I made to go with this is this. This is what I made. So there they are, side by side. I'm gonna take a quick peek. Okay, so moved out of the way. Here's my card. This card measures out to be, it's not exactly the same size, it's similar. 6 inches, a little over 6 inches by about a little over 5.5. Okay, theirs is a square. I kind of made my card front and went with, okay, and then I'm gonna make my base after that for how I want it to be. So I will show you the pad I used and the paper I used in a minute. I matted it with a purple cardstock and then the pattern cardstock. Then I put a pattern cardstock in the middle. Then I have 2 rosettes and then a 3rd rosette up here. I used a cut apart from the paper pad, and then I also framed that with the same purple cardstock. For this particular rosette, I used some of this Glitterific. It's not 100% dry yet, so it'll be a little more shiny when it's done. And I used some cute little Michaels blings on several parts of the card. So the card is pretty 3D. Okay, I used a lot of pop dots on this card. The inside is a lighter purple, so you can write on it. And then the back is also the snowflake paper, which with the iridescence, which I love. Or the hollow, whatever you want to call it. So let me show you a couple things. First off, I'll show you the paper pad I used. It is this one. Okay. This is Northern Lights. This is from Michaels. It is one of their Hot Buy paper pads. I think it's gorgeous. I'm not using a lot of other colors besides the pinks and stuff that for my own personal scrapbooking this year, but I think that it's great for cards and for other projects I might be using. And so one of the things I discovered is I'm like, I'm gonna make 3 rosettes. I don't want them to be, you know, boring. I want it to be patterned. What can I do to make it a little bit different? So I was flipping through the pad and I noticed, I came across, isn't this gorgeous? This, and I thought, this is a border paper, but we always use our, like for me at least, I'm so traditional. I didn't think outside the box, and then I'm like, oh, that's perfect for rosettes. So I cut a piece of that border paper apart, and I started thinking, okay, I thought about how it would make sense to make it rosettes, what would be the best way. So I used the pieces that I thought made the most sense. I kept together or cut them apart. For example, this one has 2 together. You'll see on my card, I kept 2 together here. There's an iridescent or a holographic one in the middle there. There's 2 here. This is only 1. So that's what I did. I kept 2 together in this one, 2 together in this one, but I could take them apart still if I want. But they would make great borders or they'd make great rosettes. So that was my thinking, and I'm thinking, you know, how great it is now thinking outside that kind of box. to use these for rosettes, and you could still use your punches on some of them. They lend themselves to that. For example, if you kept that attached to that or whatever it was on, you could still punch into this piece and it would look really good attached to that piece, etc. So for me, I'm sure that other people have thought about that. That was just my little aha moment for when I was making this card. And I love how this card came out. I think it's super cute. I'm very excited to give it to somebody, and I hope they will enjoy it. And I love Christmas time. I am actually starting way ahead of time this year. I think I was inspired because Anna Colby and I are going to be doing a swap for Christmas, and she inspired me to just get moving and motivated. I never start this early, and I'm excited to start this early. So anyhow, that is my share for today, and I hope you like it, and take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.